Good evening, 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 good evening. Hello and welcome to the Ohm Service Live with me, Marky Mark. We've got BFG Steve and we've got Betty Dillygaff Porter here to entertain you for the next hour and a half-ish. Hello everybody on the replay and hello everybody in chat.
Hello everybody, peeps, it's Stavros here, innit?
Good evening. It's Thursday. And
How the hell did we get from the Ain't Half Hot Mum to Stavros?
That's how fast we are.
Because the cast went to a kebab shop.
It's guys, it stayed in my hair. Be right.
Yeah, I just noticed I have no hat on.
I know. I'm being an anarchist. Living dangerously.
Okay. Moving on.
All right, sweetie, yes. Whatever floats.
Oh, it's not coffee. I'm on coke, mate. I'm on serious coke. With me proper coke glass. Yes.
And his straw.
No, I don't have straw. All right then, gents.
Health.
Yeah.
Caffeinated goodness.
How's Jules?
She's getting better.
Good.
She's getting better, yes. Yeah, as I said to you earlier on, but she was watching the rerun, well, yesterday's news, and when Nicola announced that we can actually start hugging people again from Monday, I said, "Oh look, Jules, I can hug you from Monday." She went, "So fucking what?"
Chrissy Doyle, hello. Back to the shed, kid. Back to the shed.
I know, that's love for you, isn't it? And fucking hell. I'll just get into the shed with my box of tissues. It's just to
Because
clean the
obviously
windows.
you'll be crying.
Clean the
Obviously
windows,
be crying.
Sake.
No, Danny. No, there are no other fizzy drinks that are available. It's Coke, red Coke, all the way. No.
Coke Zero, dear boy. Coke
Yeah, well,
Zero.
it is Coke Zero. Got to watch the waistline.
I don't have to. Mine just expands out and goes, oh.
Yeah, I know that's for the last year, and I've lived in jogging trousers. Everything with an elasticated waist.
I've just found out as to do elasticated canvas trousers, and I bought a pair. They're nice.
I suppose that's the same way for women because they have leggings, don't they?
You're not getting me in a pair of jeggings. I don't care how twisted you are. No, it's not happening.
You just imagine a fat version of Robin Hood men in tights.
No need.
I want him to see him with them shoes that are pointed and go up.
We're like a 6'3" Max Wall. Good evening.
I'll be a manly man, thank you. Jesus Christ. That's just scarred me for the rest of the evening.
Thing is, though, you'll have people going at the back of him going, "The hooded man."
Maybe us could be the hooded claw. Hooded claw.
Come on, dude, say hello to chat.
Bunch of deviants. Right, good evening, Bill Richards, good evening, darling. Chris Doyle, hello.
Hello.
Don W, Huggles. Fee, Huggles. Frankomizer, hello.
Fist bump.
No, I feel like hugging Frankomizer. Gareth Stone, good evening, you handsome beast. Grumpy old Ben, good evening, sir. Nice to see
Fist
you.
bump, buddy. Well, morning.
Yeah, morning. It's early morning for Ben. The ever gorgeous Jules Mama Vapes.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Huggles. You're not allowed, Stevie.
I think I'm going to get smacked or something because she's creeping up the stairs.
No, she's just coming up to beat the shite out of you.
Last time she whacked me with a crutch.
The what?
A crutch, not her crutch, a crutch.
All right, okay. Sorry. John, Vaping Joker, good evening. Mark H, hope you had a good day at the shop, mate. Danny, fist bump. Rowan Fletcher, good evening. Oh, the fear on his face.
Mm.
Do, do, do.
It's only 2:30 a.m.
Shane Gibson, good evening. And we've got some geezer called SoulOhm. I don't know who he is. He keeps on turning up every week. And last but by no means least, Vapor Queen Becky. Huggles! And if anybody else has snuck in the back door like Dion just has, good evening, sir. Who else we got? Martic H is in. Grumpy we did. Dion, Rowan. Yeah, I think we've got everybody. Oh, Gaily Bops.
Gaily Bops. Huggles! Well, Gareth, that just proves how long you've been watching. We haven't had chat on main screen for how long? About a month, 2 months now?
Yeah. So where have you been?
Where have
He's
you
been busy.
been?
He's been busy. Have you not seen his Facebook status?
He certainly has been busy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
I tell you one thing, he's
naughty
getting
boy.
into his... whatchamacallit? My brain's gone dead now. I was going to say acrylics. Not the acrylics, the... come on. You pour it. My brain's gone dead.
Resin?
Resin,
What?
that's it. There you go. Resin. He's getting really into his resin at the present moment. So that's his new hobby.
Good evening, Paul Valesco. Thanks for joining us, dude. 39 watching 10 likes. Was cool. Kids taking over TV. Resin.
Resin. Yeah, he's
See-
making some really nice stuff. He's doing dice and that as well. You know, for the board games?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's getting really into it, yeah.
Nice. He's just done a 510 and an 810 drip tip mold.
Ooh.
Ooh. Hello. Serious Dan, good evening, sir.
Fist bump.
Yeah.
I've not to do Huggles anymore like a demented seal, Gailey says.
Why?
Why?
Didn't he look like a demented seal?
Hello, Paul from the Philippines. Fist bump and welcome to the show.
Indeed, sir. Well, it's been another steady week in the world of vape, has it not?
It has. So, shall we carry on what we was talking about just before we went live?
I think we should.
Right. There's quite a few reviewers in chat, and I wanted to get their input as well. Recently on YouTube, when you upload a video, at the point before you actually press to upload the video, it's got a tick marker that you need to do, which is paid promotions. Now, I've noticed a lot of the Americans reviewers are... What?
Him, couldn't you?
What?
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 I was chuckling, that was all, just in the comment.
You chucking it to donate £10 for Betty got a beating from his wife?
Would I chuckle at that?
Well, I did see that and try and ignore it.
Yeah, but the thing is, when you put it in earlier and it said donate £10 for Beats, I thought it was going to pair of headphones. Dr. Ray Beats.
No, you're getting a mama beating.
Sorry, Mark.
It's all right, no worries. So, getting back to what I was saying. So, it's got on it that you've got to tick that you're being paid. If you're getting a device in for review, does that mean that you're getting a paid promotion? Now, I don't think so, me personally. And I wanted to know what guys in chat thought, because I know there's a few reviewers in there, in chat, and what their thoughts. Because I've noticed that a lot of the American reviewers are now putting the paid promotion bit.
They're different.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a paid promotion. There's no cash changing hands. It's a review, hence the name. The name explains it's a review.
But
And
what
it's
they're
a-
stating on the actual, just before you actually upload it, is if you're getting a product given by a third party to help you make
Right.
the video. So indirectly, yes, you are getting a product from a third person, but me personally, I don't think Pod System is of monetary value since
No,
it's only a sample.
When you receive that item, 9 times out of 10, it's got stamped all over it, not for resale.
Yeah.
It is not. What you are receiving is a review device. It is not. Sometimes it's not even what's going to hit the shelf.
See,
Yeah.
Adams put it interestingly. If you keep the product after review, would that count as payment or a gift?
Well, given that it's incredibly bad manners to sort of flog or sell on what you receive for a review, I mean, it's just a no. You don't do it, do you?
I don't. I'd give everything away.
So I don't think it is. I don't think it's a gift or a paid promotion. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, yeah, we're getting devices through, we're getting juice through. I mean, there's not a great monetary value in them anyway. It's not like you're getting thousands of pounds worth of computer devices or electronic devices or a frigging car, is it?
No.
No.
So, I mean, what's the difference? Where do they draw the line on? I personally, I don't think it's not. No, you're not getting paid because it's a review. You're not actually saying go out and buy this product because this is the best thing since sliced bread. So it's not a promotion. That's my tuppence worth.
See, I don't. I've never been paid ever to do a review ever. Not even a fast track or anything like that. I don't do fast tracks, anything like that. I don't even monetize the channel anymore, because they reduced the when I did monetize it. And ironically, I'm going to mention this as well. Since I've demonetized my channel, my subscriber count is going up very quickly.
Good.
Which I can't understand why. When you're supposed to, when you are in the whole reason why I monetized was to join the YouTube club, as it's so called, and they are supposed to push your actual videos. That's why I wanted to be in the partnership. But since I've come out of it, my channel's getting better. You worked that one out.
There was a comment here in chat from Becky, which was basically saying if you keep it afterwards, it's a gift. I would point out some important stuff here. So if it's a gift or a paid promotion, yeah, the only person that's normally paying out is the reviewer, because you're paying for your camera, you're paying for your mic, you 9 times out of 10 paying for tech way above and beyond what you actually physically need for at home. There's the expos that you end up going to, the staying over. Yes, we do a social side, but the hours that you spend trawling around, making the contacts and everything else, that's unpaid.
Oh yeah, I mean totally. I mean the hours of sort of like making the video, editing it and all that stuff, and then obviously you spamming it out across the social medias and things like that, then replying to all the messages that you get about that video. That's all time that you're using that you're not getting paid for.
This is why companies send out devices, because if they had to pay for that level of advertising, they'd be paying thousands. Yeah, they don't. They don't have to pay a company to create the advert. Yeah, you've got an honest review. There's not to say that the reviewer will enjoy the product. There's not to say that the viewer will put a positive review, because there's not many now, but there are still some bad devices out there. You know.
You see, the thing is, though, I just don't believe that when it comes up with paid promotion, because it's not a paid promotion. I don't care what anyone says. We're doing a review, not a promotion.
I've just found something here. I'll read it out. It's basically the heading is YouTube creators can now add includes paid promotion disclaimers to videos. Viewers don't know whether creators have been paid to promote a product unless they are told so explicitly. YouTube is now allowing creators to add a special disclaimer to their videos to make it clear. Many YouTube creators and influencers make money from getting their viewers to buy a specific product. That doesn't happen.
No.
No.
You know, and this industry, maybe it does with certain people, and I'm talking the likes of Rip Trippers, but not for reviewers in general. So yeah, sometimes they've been paid to promote the product and other times not. And so YouTube creators often tell viewers whether they have been paid to promote a specific product in their video or not. Now they don't have to. YouTube is allowing them to add and includes paid promotion disclaimer to videos that contain a paid promotion.
That is not what was said in the YouTube terms and conditions. Because what they said was, if you receive the product, you have to class it as a. There you are.
What else is what it's saying is YouTube recognises the power and influence of their creators, and so do brands. But viewers appreciate transparency when brands and creators collaborate on paid promotions, such as product placement, sponsorship, and endorsements. This is quite reasonable, and YouTube has always asked creators to label their video when it contains paid promotions. Up until now, they do so by checking the video contains paid promotions box in their video manager.
Fist bump, Dean. Yeah, Dean's just put it in terms of service. If anything of value is exchanged for the product, then what he reads into it is that you have to pay promotion.
I don't think anything of value, because you are not receiving the retail version of the device 9 times out of 10. It's stamped clearly not for resale. So therefore, that is a promotional unit that you wouldn't sell on.
But if you're reviewing something, you're not promoting it.
No. Exactly. I agree 100% with you. And to be honest, with the costs that it takes to review in time and services, etc., that you pay for, I don't there's no way you're coming out on top.
See, I've noticed not so much UK reviewers, but I've noticed quite a lot of the American reviewers are now putting paid promotion.
Well, they run a different market. Because you're looking, if you look at the likes of Danny, etc., they've actively been involved in the development of devices, haven't they?
Yeah.
Mike.
Oh yeah,
Mike's got a whole range of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the Clutch 18X.
Easy. Whereas the British scene is definitely the hobbyist. I mean, I do a Dean and the larger boys don't take offence to that because it's not, I don't think it's a bad term. I think it's somebody with an interest in something wanting to share.
That's all it is. I mean, at the end of the day, this isn't my job. This is my hobby.
This is it. I mean, I think that's one thing that sometimes gets a bit lost. This is a hobby. We, with the expos, and I'm as bad. Yeah, we shouldn't have to click that option, but from what I've read in the TOS, the products he sent are value, even though it's 0 to him. I don't think. I think they seriously need to.
You need to clarify this a bit better.
Yeah, 100%.
Fist bump, no.
Because something's only got value if you resell it. You're not getting. It's not a payment.
No.
Because to be honest, and if it was a payment, would you trust anything that any reviewer ever said?
I totally agree with Dean. It needs to be reworded. I mean, saying that it's a paid promotion for starters is wrong.
Yeah, I mean, Jules knocks it in the head. Influencers try to get you to buy the products. Reviewers give you their opinion on products.
Yeah, and any review worth its salt, and everybody, including everybody in chat here, there was always a disclaimer somewhere in the video that says we were sent this for the purpose of review.
Also, I might be wrong, and I'm sure someone will correct me. If we're classing ourselves as paid promoters, like YouTube's trying to get it, doesn't that break the TRPR?
Yep.
Vic mentioned something about that the other day, yeah.
Because then they're saying you are officially saying that you're promoting this vape product, something to do with vaping, yeah? That means that you're promoting it. That means that that's an advert, so surely that breaks the TRPR rules.
Mm-hmm.
See, where I might be totally wrong what I'm saying, but that's how I'm reading into it.
I think there's a big bit of a grey area, and it needs to be clarified a lot more.
There you go. Dean's just said it. Whether someone buys something or not makes no difference to him whatsoever. I agree.
I mean, it's not like we're having affiliate links or anything like that, because we're not allowed them anymore. Because once upon a time, when you used to be a reviewer, you could have Alibaba's link at the bottom in the description, and every time someone clicked on that, you could get an affiliate link. Whereas anything to do with vaping, you're not allowed links, so you can't get paid that way. They've restricted the monetization that stupidly is not worth being monetized, like I've stopped monetizing my channel. So it's not like we're getting outside payment, so I'm not getting paid by the YouTube algorithms and people. I'm not getting paid by affiliate links or anything like that. It's just literally me just showing a product that someone sent me.
Well, there's Kevin's put something up as well. Oxford sits in the top right, which it does on the screen. Is this a paid for cash question mark, or promotions, or are you influenced? It's the same thing. So that would mean, I mean, I know exactly where he's coming from. So the likes of shows who, I mean, Oxford obviously give us in devices for giveaways, Oxfaways, and a lot of other companies do it with other shows. So that would technically mean that everybody who has Oxford's name or whatever that on the screen, that would all need to come off.
And the thing is, nothing of value has changed hands.
No, because
Nothing at all.
It's because it's Oxford are sponsoring. They're not sponsoring the show because there's no monetary value. All they're doing, they're giving us devices to give to you guys as gifts. It's a massive grey area. I think somebody needs to.
I mean, the reason why we've got Oxford there is because Oxford's turned around to me and said, if you put your logo up there in the top corner, we'll give your viewers a free device every month. I'm not getting anything from it. Absolutely zero.
And Rowan's just put something which is an interesting point. It's like anything you wear, a top. Are you getting paid to wear that name top, or are you just promoting that company? So if I'm wearing a Hugo Boss T-shirt, does that mean I'm trying to influence people to go out and buy Hugo Boss stuff?
I mean, take it to the ridiculous stage. You're walking about with your shopping and an Asda bag.
Yeah, why aren't they paying me to do it?
But you pay them because you pay 5p or 10p for the bag.
This is it. You know, and Kev, no malice was taken off that, mate. That was a fair point. You know.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I never. Yeah, go for it, Kev. Big love, bud. No, we know there was no malice, but he's got a point. But I mean, that having that logo up there means that us three are getting zero from it. Absolutely zero. The only people that are benefiting from that logo being up there is you guys that are watching this show, because every month Oxford gives it away.
Sorry, Noel's comment. BFG sponsored by Boss, Hugo Boss. I knew he got his millions from somewhere. I'd love to know where the buggers are. Yes, ain't we, Duck? Yep. He is. Stevie's sponsoring the American government. See, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, totally funny. we've got to bear in mind, Oxford don't send anything to me. They send it directly from them to whoever wins the actual competition.
And here's another thing. YouTube could possibly say, prove that you're not getting paid for that.
Quite easily, they can have a look at my bank account.
Not a problem.
Not a problem. They can have a look at my bank account.
Yeah, as Dane says, it comes down to the wording, the terms of service. But what value is it? Anything? I mean, what value are they actually putting on it?
Well, this is it. So if you get sent, right, you get sent a discount voucher. Yeah, that has a value to it. You know, come on, YouTube. You can't try. This will literally mean that everything has to have a paid promotion box on it. Everything. You know, I'm intrigued now. How are they going to police this?
So it's sort of like, besides going off on vaping, you go onto other YouTube channels that sort of like, I watch guys that do wood turning, and they get sent blocks of wood.
Monetary value.
Is that a paid promotion?
Yeah, look at some of those kids that do the toy reviews.
Unboxings. You know, I mean, Kevin Smith, the director.
How many channels that there are where they go and just do a daily shop and then come back and show you everything that they've bought? Is that a paid promotion?
It's crazy. So, I mean, I think we've established YouTube need to tighten this up, the wording in the TOS, because at the minute it is so loose. You know,
me personally, I can't understand what benefit they're gaining from it.
They're trying to avoid the flack of the influencers, because if you are influencing, there is different legal rules on what you can and cannot do.
But then, but then there should there not be a box then to say you pick that? I am not an influencer. That's hard. That's difficult for me to say, isn't it? It's as bad as that other C word. But should there not be a box that you should have in their terms of service that you tick that? Because for this side of the industry, we're not influencers.
No, definitely, I am definitely not an influencer.
But again, when it comes to the antis, they see everybody as an influencer who even talks about vape gear. You know what I mean? I mean, when you do a buffet, when you show what you're vaping on, you've purchased it. You know what I mean?
I mean, because I'm drinking this, does this mean that that's paid promotion? I mean, how far do they want to go with it?
This is ludicrous. It's absolutely ludicrous.
Oh, it is. And I'm glad Dino mentioned that, because having seen that email from Vaporesso that was flying around on Facebook, I think Vic originally posted
Yeah, I
it.
saw that. I mean, I've got stuff. I've just been sent some stuff from Vaporesso, but I've not had the email.
Basically, if you boil down that email to, 5 words? You've sold your soul.
Well, I knew, to be honest with you, with the way that Vaporesso's been playing last year, not this year so far, but last year, with the silly ways that they were trying to promote their products, and you had to have them done in 5 days and all that lot, I was expecting that kind of an email coming. Timmy, fist bump.
Timmy, dude.
Because it's sort of like the way that they was emailing me personally, how they wanted you to do the reviews, there was almost getting to the stage of they was telling you what you had to say in the actual video,
which is a promotion.
Which is basically a promotion. But I haven't had that email yet, so.
Well, that email is definitely along the lines of "you will do as we tell you." and we will tell you what to put in your video.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they
Yes,
can, by reading it, want it so like they can basically do whatever they want with your video. They own
Oh,
your
yeah.
video.
How? Sorry, dude. You know,
Yeah, totally, Dean. Yeah, that's what they were doing. They was telling us how to, I mean, what we had to put the title as, we had to say, all that kind of stuff. And it's like, no, I ain't doing that.
No, because that takes it away from being an unbiased review, which at the end of the day is a bloody promotion.
I mean, I'm like Dean. I've been reviewing Vaporesso products now for what, near on 5 years. Well, over 5 years. Me and Dean have been roughly about doing it about the same time. Never had this problem before. It's only this recently, this last year or so, that Vaporesso's gone really strange, the promotion thing. Very, very strange. But
it makes you wonder if it's a change of personnel or whether they're just getting twitchy about potential legal action.
well, I mean, they sent me an email. I forget which product it was, and they wanted. Oh, that were it. It was a blindfold test they wanted me to do. And I basically turned around and said, "Look, I'm a reviewer. I'm not a party trick man." I says, "I'll review your product gladly, but I says I'm not doing party tricks." I think it was one of their little pod systems versus the Caliburn or something daft like that. It was, and it was so like you had to have a blindfold and you had to test either on camera. And I thought, I'm not a blooming monkey boy. No, I do a review. I mean, I've got a bit of integrity about me. Do you know what I mean? I do an honest review. What I say on my videos, I will stand to face with someone.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I mean, if you to bow down and kowtow to whatever they say and you did it, right, and people go out and buy that product off of what you've said, and that product is shit, your name's shit at the end of the day.
This is
I mean,
it.
it just it's no, I didn't. It's ridiculous. It really is.
When I'm doing a written review, yeah, I will give the pros and the cons. And to be honest, I've done it before. If it was really shit, I won't even write the review. Because I don't think it's fair that is my personal opinion of the device. Somebody out there may enjoy it. I don't want to put down my opinion if it's really dire and then put somebody off purchasing it who may thoroughly enjoy it. You know, it's the same with juice reviews. We all say juice reviews are completely subjective.
Of course they are. Blimey, I mean, let's face it, we've proved it many, many a time. If us three have the same juice, each one of us will find something slightly different, and probably one of us might not like it.
This is it. You know,
Taste is so subjective.
There's some cheaper stuff that I've tried over the years that I've really enjoyed. And I've gone to a mate, here, try this knuckle test. You know, and they've pulled a face like I've just punched them in the nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you can say that with devices as well. I mean, I'm vaping on a bit of plastic, and people think that, God, I wouldn't dream of having that. That's a bag of rubbish. But I like it. That's the whole point of a review. You put the good points and the bad points across for it.
And you let somebody make their own mind
Yeah.
up.
It's not about, I'm not saying go out and buy this, you must go buy this. That's promoting something. No, I'm not. All I'm doing is showing you this device and saying, I like it, or I don't like it, or I like this bit about it, I don't like that bit about it. And that's this device. That's all I'm doing. No more, no less. I'm not asking you to go out and buy it.
Well, this is it. I mean, at the end of the day, we got into this to get people off the fags. That's why I got into it. I know that's why Mark got into it. Steve sort of meandered, didn't you, mate?
Yeah, I get dragged in, kicking and screaming.
I look at it this way. I mean, it sounds so cliche nowadays that, oh yeah, well, we do this because of we won't get people off the cigarettes. Well, it's partly that, yeah, but it's all like, when I first started reviewing nearly 6 years ago, it's scary that nearly 6 years ago. when I started reviewing, there was weird products out there. And it was when the actual industry was just starting to do all the innovations when I started doing my reviews. And there was some really good stuff out there, and there was some really dodgy stuff out there that was on the market. And it was sort of like that balance of trying to find out which one was the good stuff and which was the bad stuff. And if it helped someone steer them away from a dodgy mech that they've seen on blooming 3F Vapes or Alibaba or somewhere like that, or Fast Tech, and they think, oh, I'm going to get that. And it's sort of like, don't get that one, it's dodgy as hell. Then that you've done that service. And that's the way I look at it still now. If you're going, you get sort of like something sent a product, and it's sort of like, well, is it good? Is it going to last you? Is it going to be all right? And then you've got to weigh up them pros and cons. You're giving a service out to people. And a lot of the times, the people that watch your reviews are people that have already bought the product in the first place. Mm-hmm. And then they're thinking, have I bought something decent? I'll watch a review. It's true, honestly. You see 100%. more people watch your video after when they've bought the product.
I mean, with Dean's, with yours, with Vic's, quite often I'll go back to the old reviews and check and see if I can get my hands on a bargain. You know, I've spotted something going for £5. Is it worth getting?
Yeah.
So I'll go through the back catalogues. You know.
The thing is, if it wasn't for reviewers doing what they do, and and the video's been up on YouTube that people can go back and look at, how many accidents and how many deaths have you probably saved?
Exactly.
Prevented, should I say? I mean, look at the amount of people that have bought dodgy mechs, but back then, the next thing the fucking things blew up.
Well,
because they've not actually checked that they've not done their homework.
I mean, you look at the old Cherry Bomb clones.
Oh God, yeah, they're race.
They were some of the dodgiest things you can find. You know,
this was my argument with, especially with my channel. I wanted to carry on doing my mechs, and I was quite happy reviewing my mechs, but I was more interested in the actual clone mechs at the time. And there was loads and loads of clone mechs. Then all of a sudden we started getting strikes because we were reviewing clones. Now, my argument with that was that we was testing clones if they were safe or not. If they were dodgy clones, we could tell people that's a public service. It's all like, don't buy that one because of such and such and such and such, or this one's okay. Are you with me? So it was sort of like almost a public service that he was doing to prevent people from having accidents.
And if you don't think it was a public service, how many adverts do you see for dodgy battery vendors these days compared to even 2-3 years ago? Because there was a flush of them that were stripping out old laptop batteries and reusing those cells. Yeah, and it was people reviewing the likes of Mooch, etc., showing you what to look for, that basically clamped down on that. It's still there. It's in the underground.
But I still say it's more so, and I'm sticking up for my fellow UK reviewers. Most of them are doing a public service. I'm not going to say on the American side of it because I will leave them to their side, but I can definitely say most of the UK reviewers are doing a public service.
Dear Lord, I just spotted a halo then.
I did, honestly. I'm sticking up for him. Yeah, too right. I mean, you look at your big lads in the vaping reviews. They are doing a service.
They are.
They're not promoted. We are not promoters. None of them are.
It's not like how many of the UK guys do you see getting flown out to international expos?
None.
You know, I'm sure Dean will turn around and, you know, I don't think Dean's ever been offered a nice flight in business class to bugger off to LA for a couple of weeks, you know.
I would join the Mile High Club with him.
Have you? Ooh.
Oh, I would. Right, Dean.
A CBW at height. I say.
I say, old chap. I honestly, but to be truthful, I think UK reviewers, especially vape reviewers, are underappreciated. I really do. The whole lot of them. The services that, I mean, the live shows that go off in the UK, helping people, and all we're here to do is help people.
Oh, did we miss a question there?
Don't know.
Stuart Dill, can you help me out? My drag is working okay at 40 watts. Battery loses power at 78 puffs. Is that normal? No, that sounds like a 0.21 ohms. No, that is not normal.
No. Is it
Have you checked
which
this
drag
out?
you got?
Because it may be what you're charging with.
No, it doesn't sound right either way.
Yeah. Well, Up Me Ducks just put, is it a removable battery?
Yeah.
Because if that's a fairly new device and it's only doing that, it's a Drag 3, right, so it's dual. Yeah, that's dual 18650. No.
No, there's something definitely wrong. Either something wrong with your batteries.
Have you got a married pair of batteries in that?
First thing I'd go for is get new batteries. Simple as.
Yeah,
For how cheap
get a
batteries
pair.
are, go and buy new batteries straight away. If you're still having problems with brand new batteries, there's definitely something wrong with your device.
Crap Amazon batteries, well possible. What I always do, if I get a new device, I will normally buy a pair of batteries and they will stay married and normally in that device.
I mean, also, you can check your batteries if you've got a decent battery charger. It'll tell you the information on there about your batteries and your battery strength.
I mean, Stuart, to be fair, I bought the Drag 3 and I'm getting about 3/4 of a day out of 2 midlife batteries.
Rowan,
So,
Betty wants to know. Betty,
What?
just give me a smile.
What have I done?
No, just give me a smile. Just smile. Just give me a smile.
No.
Go on, please.
No.
Okay then.
just think about
There,
doing
Rowan, I did try.
20,000 feet.
Yeah, what batteries have you got, Rowan? Is it Rowan? Stuart, sorry.
Yeah, now that's a thought. Because if they're only low MAR,
Simon, fist bump. Yeah, I mean, what are you using? Sony VTC 6s or 5s, something like that? Doom, 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 doom. It did look like wind.
that's not.
That was before the show, actually.
That's why your eyes were watering.
No, that was just the smell.
I swear to God, you could hear the dog howling. Poor little sod. That's not a smile, that's wind. That's Steve's most enticing come hither. Oh fuck. If there's a bag of words,
It gets worse.
if there's a bag of Werther's original attached to that face, you're in deep trouble. No, I mean, I've never bought batteries off Amazon. No,
love,
I normally go
Simon.
Fogstar.
Always. Yeah, that's where I buy mine.
Because if you wait till Friday, you normally get the discount code anyway.
Yeah.
So you will save some cash.
Des, fist bump. Yeah. Do you know what batteries they are that you've got? Hello, Scott.
Hey, Scott. That's not us.
What?
No, it's just the thought of you with wind. That's a bit harsh.
Betty, I ain't got a clue.
Andy, but it's fucking pick on me again, innit?
No,
Hold
I'll
on.
just go. Oh, for God's sake! You don't have to. No,
Oh, left cheek sneak.
there was nothing sneaky about that.
And nothing came out.
Oh, that's handy out my duck. Biolcat's still got some more molly cells in with a higher MAR to them as well.
Oh, that's good because I mean I have been seeing bits and pieces about an international battery shortage because of the raw materials. Now it's gone. It's sort of popped up and then. What's Dean said? I've had many instances where people message me and say their mod isn't performing correctly. 9 times out of 10, it's dodgy torch batteries bought off Amazon or eBay.
Yeah. Do you know something? It's the biggest thing that people forget and are very lapse batteries. You won't believe how many people have got 4-year-old batteries and wondering why the mod don't last as long.
Yeah.
It's
But it's one of the things that people forget is as you say, batteries don't last forever.
no.
But I mean, there's people out there that will go out and they'll spend hundreds of pounds on, pardon me, new mods and stuff.
Hey, Lynn.
But they won't spend a couple of quid on new batteries. I mean, I think Jules and we must be due to renew ours now, to be honest.
I replace all mine every year.
Yeah, we're the same.
Irrespective, I just replace them especially what with me being on mechs as well.
Yeah.
Just replace them every year. They're just cheaper. I mean, let's face it, batteries are cheap. They really are cheap. Even if you get them from a brick and mortar store, they're still cheap. I mean, they're not expensive things. But people do, oh yeah, I've had these I had a woman came in the other day to shop and blooming heck. There were bits missing off it and all sorts, and she couldn't understand what were wrong with them. It's they're dangerous.
And to be honest, because of the advances made in safety within the devices, a lot of the newer vapors sort of aren't as twitchy about nicked wraps and things like that as we are. Because I mean, back in the day, a nicked wrap could lead to something disastrous.
Especially when you're dealing with mechs.
Yeah. And this is the one thing that worries me, that if mechs do come back into the mainstream,
Well,
that
Mark
sort of-
H, I'm sure you will, especially being in a vape shop. I mean, the stories, I could tell you, honestly, you won't believe how strange people act with batteries. It just fathers me.
because I bought some see-through wraps from Fogstar, and I was in a vape shop, took out the pair of batteries, and the guy on the desk, his face just went white. See-through, fine, not a problem.
Good question from Rowan. Do batteries have to be married, or can you use the same battery in a single mod that I use in a dual? Me personally, if you've got a dual battery, use the same batteries. If you use a single mod, use a single battery. I don't mix and match. I've got my mech. I have like these. I have my mech batteries, and then I have me my VTC6s for me regulated mods.
It's not as big a thing as it used to be, Rowan. But what you got to remember is, if you're using one out of a pair in a single mod device, you're likely to be charging that more than its partner. Yeah. Now, with the best will in the world, unless you've got your batteries marked up, we all do it. Oh my God! Worst thing I ever saw was.
With the EFS batteries in it.
No.
Somebody like to live dangerously, eh?
People
Jesus
do.
Christ.
You won't believe how. Yeah. Honestly, I mean,
it's lack of education, though, to a certain extent, isn't it?
Is it though?
Or just
because it's so I mean, I saw a girl. She came in with a dual battery mod, and the batteries were literally falling to pieces. There were rust on them. I mean, literally, there was rust on the actual batteries. One had a nick, and she says, "Can you have a look at it?" So I had a look at it, and I says, "Well, this one definitely needs rewrapping." So I says, she says, can you rewrap it? I says, yeah, sure. So I always started peeling it back, and it's just rusted all the way down. It's like, no, these want slinging. These need replacing. Oh, well, why? What's wrong? And I'm thinking, look, just look at them. Do they look like decent batteries to you?
But that's what I'm saying, that people need educated on that. Certain people think that they go and they buy a battery and it's going to last a lifetime. They need to be told that, no, it doesn't. And when they come in and say, my battery won't take a charge, well, when did you buy it?
I mean, Mark H has said it. Many people, and they do, they buy a dual battery mod, and they've got 2 different brands and 2 different MAR batteries inside it. And you're thinking, jeeps.
No. No. Oh, my God. If that's right, I hope me duck, they want shooting. I've seen a picture of someone's batteries that were being used, and they'd already vented, and they were still using them. No. 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 Scary.
You just wonder where they came in the gene pool, don't you?
Below the chlorine.
Well, it just makes you wonder, though, doesn't it? So, like, well, if it don't look right, compare it to a new battery and compare it to your battery. If they don't look similar, surely your brain must say, there's something not quite right here.
No, but that's the thing, though. Some people don't. They go, nah, I'll be all right. I mean, you could put the same kind of context into people who drive cars with bald tyres. That'll be all right. I'll get another 10,000 miles out of that. But you fucking won't.
It'll do.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a scary one. Outside of the tyre, this was about 3 months ago. And this was all down to the tracking. Outside of the tyre, absolutely perfect. Yeah? Got under the car as far as I could see. Looked all right. Wasn't too happy about the level of the tread. Sort of heading in towards the underside of the car. Yeah? Took him to the local place. They took it off. I was down to the canvas on the inside rim of the drivers.
Ooh. Now,
I'm not going to turn around and say, I'll get another 20,000 out of
that.
What do? You chuck it, you buy a new one. Same thing goes for your batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, you don't chuck it, you dispose of it correctly.
Well, and that's something else. Wouldn't it be a damn sight easier if supermarkets actually made it clear that they will take 8 and 650s in their recycle bins?
You do.
I know. I didn't find that out until much later.
What I always do, if you are going to chuck them into that recycle, what I do is tape them up. Just put, electrical tape, and I tape each one up. So obviously the whole nipple at the top is not being shown. So I'll tape them all up and then just dump them in there. It's always been fine.
Can't beat taped nipples.
I know.
It's just painful when you take the tape off.
You and me are worrying them, but you're worrying me.
Why?
My neighbour gets rid of my batteries every time they run them over with their lawnmower.
Boom!
Do you not like your neighbour, Dean? No, I mean, I've been lucky. I've only ever had one vent. I wasn't there. I must admit, I was naughty. I left him in a device and then left the device, went off to work, came back and wondered what all the black was in the kitchen.
Really?
And then I saw my device and realised what all the black was in the kitchen.
Oh, man. I think the closest I ever got to venting was the hog. And it was... I'd not been very well, should we say, with my diabetes. So my brain wasn't 100% there. And I'd put the batteries in the wrong way. And all of a sudden, I could just feel the mod getting warm. Now, if you've ever touched a hog, then battery doors are not the easiest of things to open up quickly. So I just rushed out inside and just threw it. Let it do whatever it wanted to do.
Dino's just said I had a small lipo vent on me from a pod kit I ripped apart. Absolutely cacked myself. Left it in the garden for ages. And you do.
You do.
I mean, I must admit, when I got back and found it had vented, first thing that happened was the device got lobbed into the garden just in case. Yeah.
Yeah. It's another reason why I will never ever leave a battery in a mech. Ever.
It's
just in case.
It's a tough lesson, but you do learn it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, many a time, so like I look after my batteries as best as I physically can, but the chances of it firing, auto firing, or all like that, I mean, especially earlier days of mechs, it's so like the chances of it, nah, still take them out, still do it. It's like I hear about people that'll charge the batteries overnight, unattended. Nope, never done it. The only time I charge my batteries is when I'm there. If I'm not there, they don't get charged.
Yeah, I think I'm lucky enough. I've never had a battery event, to be honest.
Do you know it's not as easy as you think? I've tried to vent one. I was messing about in the garden with the old 18650 to try and make it. Look, it's harder than you think.
Adam's just put one there. Had a spare 18650 fall out of a battery case as it had broken, didn't notice. Landed in his keys in his coat pocket and went boom in the office at work and set his gilet on fire.
Jeeps. Ooh.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've never had a battery in a vaping device vent. I had a PP3 battery in my pocket once, and it arced against my keys, and I could just feel this heat in my side, and I was like, "What the? Oh shit!" Then I remember the battery was there. And launched it, but that was the closest I ever got, and that's the closest I ever want to get. I never want one of these exploding.
No, and this is what bugs me now, because when you buy some batteries, you get them in the tube. Now, I really wish battery vendors would sell them either as singles or as pairs. But if you buy the pair, do a box. You know, put them in a battery box. Because those tubes are all right, but the constant pulling up and down, eventually the top wears off.
What are we talking about?
Stop it.
Something to do.
Just the top wears off. How's that?
Your top weared off, dear. Oh.
I rubbed it that hard. I was looking for the fucking genie.
I grant you 3 wishes.
No, you fucking don't.
That's one thing I love about Fogstar. They always come in a box. They always come in a box. You 99% time they will always come with a spare wrap, and they always come with spare insulations.
Yeah,
I think it's fantastic that.
It is. You can't fault it. I mean,
And while we're at it, there are other companies that sell 8650 batteries. This is not a paid promotion.
there are, but they're not as good.
But yeah, if I would highly recommend Fogstar. Highly recommend them. And they do daft things like you buy a couple of batteries and you end up getting freebies like that.
you must have about 10 of them.
I know, they're ace.
You can't beat the Fogstar lightsaber.
I do like Fogstar.
The amount of dog walkers.
I mean, that's what we use them for. Going walks with the dogs.
They're brilliant. But I know why they're doing it, because it's part of the postage regs. So if they send them without the gifting, then Royal Mail can get sniffy about it. If they put the gift in, then it's legit. according to the Royal Mail rules.
Mm.
Took me a while to work that one out, but our the lady that used to work in our post room at work, we were having a chat one day, and I sort of mentioned it, and she explained why. So they're not doing it to try and entice you with gifts.
Simon, at the present moment, no, I haven't, fella. It's just here, just at the corner on my desk, just here. I haven't opened it, I'll be honest with you.
Ooh. So that big beast.
Mm.
Fabulous.
Yeah, I must admit, I was very tempted.
Don't. Mark showed me the brass one at TVS.
Oh yeah, that's the parallel one.
Oh, I was so tempted, and then he told me how much.
Blooming heck, that's good price, 45 quid.
Blimey.
That is blooming good.
I'll have some of that. Evening, Pasty.
Hey, up me duck, you need to PM BFG with that one. Where you going from?
There's 2 Stormbreakers I've got.
Nice.
See, I prefer them versions.
Yeah, so do I.
But there's still a heavy mod, and I've only got little hands.
That's what she said.
Oh, I have. I've only got little hands. I mean, I can't find me Exome blooming big in my hand, and you know how small they are. Especially when I've been having mods like this size or that size. It's so then you're having to have this massive big cohesive thing in your hand. It's I'm not used to it.
Well, that was the funny thing at Expo. We were looking at the Hadron before it had been released on retail, and they got the backpack on, and they didn't work. It was just the mock-up, and he was stretching his hands around it. Have a look at this. Oh, that's comfy. And the look on his face.
Yeah, because you've got big blooming shovel hands. I've only got little hands. But I've got a massive willy. Just thought I'd let you know.
That was a paid promotion.
That was a paid promotion. You're not kidding. Hadron's a blooming coffee table for me. The Titan, blooming heck, it's like a skyscraper.
Mark can leap it in a single bound.
No, he can't because his willy catches on it.
Yeah.
Ring skittles.
Anyway, he doesn't have to leap, he just helicopters.
Helicopter. If you need more details, speak to my wife. Mark is now sponsored by OnlyCans.
OnlyFans. It was a typo.
I didn't know what OnlyCans were.
No, because I've just got visions of you sat with your back to the camera, and all of a sudden this cloud of steam and this satisfied voice going, "We have vapor." Oh, bless. No. Because Mark can do it lying down, so therefore it's a helicopter.
Yeah, if I'm lying down. Yeah, but normally I do the windmill because I'm stood up in front of my wife. Well, it's getting warmer weather now, isn't it? She needs cooling.
You can see him watching the weather report in the morning. As soon as it hits 20 degrees, he's got a permanent smile.
He's just wafting a knob cheese round the living room.
Hey, there's no cheese on my what's it. Talking about
Fuck
cheese,
off, David.
Gail, I've just had lasagna tonight.
Oh, sorry, Joe. Oh, so the last thing you want, a mental image of that, sitting down to lasagna. No, so I think we'd sort of all agree in here that it's not a paid promotion.
Oh, we get back to the fucking subject.
Oh, we're going
now.
back to that.
Jesus Christ. No, Jules, it ain't happening.
What's that?
And fuck off, Kevin.
Oh, what's happening now?
Dressing him the same as the dogs. I've got visions of Stevie with the pineapple now.
Yeah, with a little propeller on the front.
Oh. Well, didn't SMVA Live do Windmill What We Weigh?
Mm-hmm.
Gold.
Win what we weigh.
Windmill.
Win what we weigh with Matty's game. Win.
Yeah, that Mark H. Well done. That killed the conversation.
I'm in trauma now at that mental image.
I'm helicopter and lasagna.
Got to keep it cool.
Love you too, Kevin.
Long time.
$10.
Hey, Gia, you want to go boom boom?
Stefan, you lie.
Oh dear.
Oh my God. Well, I tried to bring it back. I did.
Well, we'll try and bring it back. You've got some news, haven't you?
Well, not a lot. I mean, what did catch our eye was the politicians suddenly seem to be interested in vaping again, which is, I'm wondering whether it's got anything to do with the new tobacco control plan, because that's due to be finalised.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
So, I mean, this is off Planet of the Vapes, and they sort of highlight the Secretary of State for the Environment. This is probably one of the most bizarre things I've read in a long time. What the Undersecretary said is they want the tobacco industry to take responsibility for litter created by their products. So basically, what they're suggesting is the tobacco companies pay for somebody to pick up the fag butts. Now, they're claiming that the estimated cost to UK local authorities and other duty bodies is £40 million a year to pick up fag ends. Now,
They say it's one of the worst, with plastics and that lot. They say that tobacco butts are one of the worst ones, culprits for it.
yeah, but can you honestly see Philip Morris coughing up?
I thought you were going to actually say, can you see Philip Morris with his little yellow waistcoat on?
With little tweezers.
Yeah. Can you honestly see, given that the majority of tobacco firms are foreign owned, yeah, even the British ones, they've got foreign backers. Can you honestly see them coughing up for that?
No, because what they would do, they'd put the price onto the packet of cigarettes.
Yeah. Or amazingly, you'd get the water-soluble fag butt or something, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Do you know the thing that pisses me off about that is, see, you know when you're coming off the slip road of a motorway, out of the traffic, if there's traffic lights on that slip road and you're actually in the outside lane and you look across and the verde is just covered in cigarette butts.
9 times out of 10 because somebody's emptied the ashtray out the window. But the David Jones, which was MP, wondered if the Department of Health and Social Care was working to have an evidence review on e-cigarettes published in time for its conclusions to be taken into account in the forthcoming tobacco control plan. The response he got from Joe Churchill was Public Health England published its 7th Commission report on vaping in February 2021. The conclusions of this report and all previous reports will be considered as part of the new tobacco control plan. So basically, where were you when we printed the report, mate? Which is fair enough. But about the tobacco control plan, Jason McCartney asked if the Department's Secretary of State planned to bring forward proposals in the Green Paper to the plan, and if he was going to release a time frame for the policy and development of publishing. There was a non-answer given to that, so there was no timeline given, which is unfortunate because I personally would like to know, what we're looking at in terms of how long before this plan comes in. And this is the problem. There's very little information sort of hitting the public. Now, Labour finally did something good. Labour's Mary Glindon is currently killing it as an advocate for vaping within Parliament. And she's asked, 5 very, very good questions. What steps are being taken to challenge misinformation preventing long-term smokers from making the switch? What assessment the department has made of the effectiveness of e-cigarettes in helping the switch? If the department will promote campaigns to encourage long-term smokers to switch? If the department has made an estimate of the cost to the NHS for treating smoking-related illness in each of the past 5 years? And what steps are being taken to tackle online misinformation about the vaping industry, which to me ties in with the first question. So the answer they got was the department encourages all smokers to quit or move to less harmful products, such as e-cigarettes. The Better Health mass media smoking cessation campaign, delivered by Public Health England as part of the tobacco control measures, has been effective at helping challenge misinformation surrounding e-cigarettes. I would argue that point. As long as we've got the likes of Laughing Boy over in the Philippines, and the University of Bath jumping to paymasters, I would argue that point. There is no estimate of the cost to the NHS. However, they are committed to reducing smoking prevalence and the associated cost to the NHS. I am amazed there is no estimate of cost. Given the fact that it's been deemed such a risk to public health for so long, why is there no estimated cost?
There probably is, but they just don't want to.
Yeah, I'm just intrigued. And the last question was addressed by Carolyn Dinage, the Minister of State for the Department of Digital Culture, Media and Sport. Did you know that even existed?
Nope.
And the Department of Health and Social Care and PHE meet with the independent British IBVTA to discuss industry concerns, e-cigarettes, and then we get the bump about tightly regulated by the TRPR and the nicotine inhaling products. DCMS works closely with the Advertising Standards Authority, who facilitate the self-regulation of UK advertising sector through the UK Code of Broadcast. Right, the last question, let me remind you, was how are they battling misinformation about vaping? What the hell's that got to do with the Advertising Standards Authority?
Quite a lot, actually, when you think about it.
Yeah, but there's already strict rules in place for what you can and what you can't say within an advert, yeah? Now, what I'm saying is she's talking in general about misinformation about vaping, which is online. It's very rare you see anything. You don't see the antis putting adverts on the telly against vaping as you do in America. You see it on the internet. So what the hell's that got to do with the ASA? Because
what I find annoying was that you can have Nicorettes advertised on television, but you can't have vaping on television.
I agree 100%, and that's a lot of that's down to the TRPR.
Yeah, exactly. So I assume that that's part of it.
But the Nicorettes don't slate vaping,
No, they don't. No, totally.
so I can't see how that response ties in with the question from the MP. I'm really struggling there.
Unless it's sort of like where you get, you get these advertisements, on the billboards that are promoting vaping. Unless they mean in that side, are you going to do more for that to promote vaping as an alternative? Are you with me? Whereas when you're saying obviously the negative media that's going off, by them promoting more on them billboards, that might help.
Well, for me, the negative media is the stories that have been running in the Daily Fail, the Sun, the
Yeah,
Mirror,
of course it is. Yeah.
the online blogs, Twitter. The ASA's got tap all to do with those. I could understand it if they put in, the journalists.
Fist bump to you, Andy. Hello, I know you're ghosting.
Andy, how you doing, son?
Good to see you, kid.
Hope you had a good birthday, mate. I could understand it if it was for the regulatory body for the press, but it's not. They're talking specifically about the Advertising Standards Agency. So I'm a bit lost on this, and I'm a little concerned that MPs didn't question that. I mean, come on, this is what they're getting paid for. They get asked a question and they expect an answer, and that's not an answer.
The advertising thing's still waiting to go through Scottish Parliament as well, I think. Because that was put on hold.
But a lot of that was knee-jerk reaction to Jules, wasn't it?
I was getting knee-jerk reactions to fucking Jules in the shits downstairs.
No.
Oh, right, sorry, right, okay, the other, right.
Yeah, the little plastic one, not... No. Oh, you're going to get battered. Oh, Ingvar, I don't know, mate. Not as far as I'm aware. Brilliant day. Excellent, Andy. Glad to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, there was something. Was it something in the news? Was it yesterday or was it today about the Philippines are now promoting smoking? What the is that all about?
No, it was false. I watched JA's about that one. They wasn't promoting smoking. What it was to do with the coronavirus, and it was showing you the different states of the lungs of someone that was actually vaping and someone that was smoking, and obviously the translation from the Philippines to the English was not really translated properly. So no, it wasn't. It wasn't what it was supposed to have described.
Good.
Yeah, JA's put that right the other day.
On the back of the parliamentary question times, the Adam Smith Institute has released a report dealing with the golden opportunity currently being offered and how global Britain can lead on tobacco harm reduction and save millions of lives. And it's a very pro message, basically, that the stance that the UK has taken is one of the best forms of tobacco control. The approach taken by the UK's public health bodies in relation to vaping has played a significant role in accelerating the decline in smoking rates. What the report does say is it remains troubled by the 7 million adults continuing to smoke, but as we've always said, that's your diehards. There you'll take my 20 Regal from my cold dead hands, but they do seem to think that 7 million is going to put a dampener on the ambition of a smoke-free 2030 unless further steps are taken. The Institute within the report warns that lockdown has increased the number of social smokers and the closure of vape stores did nothing to aid tobacco users hoping to leave smoking behind. And that was a point that we all made. Not just the shop owners, such as Bunny. And if you're over in Northern Ireland, get your ass down there because Fab Shop. That wasn't a paid promotion either. you can't, after the fact, suddenly turn around and say, well, you missed a trick there, boys, because we were shouting it.
Yeah, I mean, everyone was shouting that one.
Yeah. So absolutely crazy. But good to see that we finally got a bit of positive press.
And I also think the one about the Chew, I'd rather call them the Chew than the Who. The Chew, I thought that was a good one, actually, to try and get them to change their stance on vaping as well.
Yeah.
Can't see that ever happening, not with Bloomberg providing the money, but...
Well, it's not just Bloomberg, it's China as well, so... That's
Well,
why
yeah.
we're calling them the Chew from now on.
Chinese Health Organization.
No, Corona not...
No
catchy.
Corona
No.
here. No Corona here.
What you mean? No, you no catch.
No, we no corona. Only Budweiser.
No, okay, bit of a cough. Yeah, that all.
Yeah, we lost taste years ago. Lost taste years ago.
Yeah, thanks, boys. So, I mean, yeah, the WHO, they're getting some flack now, aren't they?
About
They're-
bloody time.
Well, they have really lost a lot of ground and credibility, haven't they, with this?
Their pants have been pulled down and their body has been spanked.
Oh, that
Not
sounds
hard
fun.
enough, in my opinion.
No.
Not hard enough.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just let's see if certain world governments decide to pull their funding from the WHO. That would be interesting to see what happens then.
I think that's what it's going to take.
Yeah,
I
but
really
will they
do,
it?
because they have been anti-vaping for a long, long time.
Yeah, but I mean, look at the amount of deaths that could have been prevented with the coronavirus outbreak as well, and they dragged their heels on it. You know, releasing it to the press, saying it were the medical board side of things to say it was, you know, we're now saying this is actually a pandemic, but they dragged their heels on it. And look how many...
Because once they announced it was a pandemic, then a completely different set of rules kicks in, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's a legal requirement so that they can start shutting down borders and restricting movement, etc., etc.
And
So-
to answer A Up Me Duck's kind of question, believe it or not, China can't sell to their own people. They can export vaping gear, but they can't sell it to their own people. That's why there's so many smokers in China. Crackers, in it.
It's madness.
The beggar's belief.
Oh, bless.
Oh, that's cheers.
Well, we are coming up closely to the hour, sirs.
Yes. Yes, I think. Is it time to say goodbye, darling?
I think maybe it is, yes.
Yes, maybe it is.
Yes. I'm starting to wane a little bit, actually.
I know we can tell.
Sorry, guys.
We're hard-working folk.
Yeah, but I come off arthritis medication nearly 2 weeks ago, and it knocked the shit out of me, to be honest. So I'm still suffering from the after effects of that, and it's making me kind of.
How's it go?
Yeah.
How's it go?
Like Crichton. It's me.
Leave it out.
Right, Betty, well, I'll let you say your goodbyes then, sir.
Guys, thanks again for joining us on this lovely Thursday evening. Yeah, the nights are getting lighter, and we'll soon be, hopefully, fingers crossed, getting a little bit of sunshine.
Oh, in Scotland.
By all accounts, we're going to have thunder and lightning again, and rain, and
Oh God, that little boy, that was a shame. That wee boy that got killed. Jesus.
yeah, that was terrible. That.
That was heartbreaking. That, but yeah, guys, thanks again for joining us. Same time, same place next week. For another talking shit. having a laugh, discussing some topics, whatever. Yeah, so come and join us. Mark, Steve. Thursday night wouldn't be the same without you guys doing this. I enjoy it every Thursday, so yeah.
And by all accounts, according to Jules, you're going to get your balls kicked.
Why? What have I done now? What have I done now? Oh, the little plastic Jules downstairs.
I think little plastic Jules.
Well, plastic Jules can go back off.
Jesus Christ.
Who's on car? Back off.
And
Bye.
the secret to a long and happy relationship is
It's really exciting.
guys in chat. Thank you so much. Mr. Smith, there's no need for that.
Excellent.
Thank you for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed it. We touched on a myriad of stuff.
I ain't
the
touched
basic-
anything. Don't you start saying things like that. I haven't touched anybody.
You're all right. By all accounts, you can stand well back. Join us next week, as Stevie said, for more considered opinion. We don't talk shite.
We talk shite. It was a good laugh talking about shite.
Look, mate, if we were MPs, it would be a considered opinion.
Yeah.
Oh,
Indeed.
indeed.
Oh, God. Has
That
anybody
just,
got a
that just sounded wrong.
Yeah,
Fuck off, Tarquin.
Guys, thank you so much for your input tonight. There's been some real head scratches in there thrown in, and some really interesting views on the YouTube issue. So keep your eye on that. Hopefully YouTube will clarify
yes.
Yes, they need to.
just slightly. And I shall hand you over to the legend that is SoulOhm.
Big love, everyone. Thanks ever so much for joining us. People on the replay, thank you as well. It's always nice to have you. If you haven't, give us a good old... What the heck?
Fucking helicopter.
Helicopter.
It's like a baby's arm holding an orange.
Oh, no, an apple.
It's Mark Whirlybird Crew.
I've got a canoe. Down, boy, down. Guys in chat, thank you so much for joining us. It's been absolutely awesome. And so, guys, thank you as well. Betty, BFG, give a wave. And let's say goodbye. See you all next week. Bye.
Bye!
Outro.
Heads under wings, beaks under blankets. Good night.